This is a 3rd and 10, trying to keep this drive alive. Rush coming, that ball was tipped. Ravens felt like they got it clean on a pick. And Baltimore has got it now going to the other side. Ricard, the motion man, faked the handoff. Jackson throws. Oh, what a grab! Touchdown! Mark Andrews snags it for the score. Feelings there. Eventually, I think they worked it out. And Stefanski explained, no, you're going to get chances. Jackson, deep ball. It is caught downfield by Marquise Brown. Baltimore trying to add to its lead. Jackson from the gun. Dobbins, corner. Dobbins turns it upfield for the touchdown. 3rd and 1. Jackson steps and throws. End zone. Touchdown. It's Andrews. Jackson on the money. Kinnear out of BYU. Youngest of 7 kids. 3rd and 4. Jackson. End zone. Touchdown to Snead. Lamar Jackson makes it look so easy.
That's really difficult to do in a steady diet of it.
Thought we might see a steady diet of Nick Chubb today. He lost the ball. And the Ravens come away with it. Dobbins picks his way through for the touchdown.
Woo! Let's go! What a way to start the season for the Ravens. Fantastic. I was shocked to see how sharp they were in this game. Wow. So the Ravens take down the Browns 38-6. Let's get into this game, because it's fantastic performance. Let's start with the offense. Lamar Jackson. You wouldn't believe it, but he's gotten even better than he was in his MVP season. If you saw the way he was playing out there, if you saw how he was throwing the ball, if you saw the way he was reading that Browns defense, you would see he has improved from what he was last season. The control this guy has on the offense, and how you just look how comfortable he is in the backfield, in the pocket, throwing the football, inside and outside the numbers. Just looking how he was playing today, you could see it's a different quarterback. The way he was throwing the football was fantastic today. He wasn't trying to force anything. He put the ball right where it needed to be, and he was throwing it inside and outside the numbers. No matter where he was throwing the ball on the field, he was putting the ball where it needed to be. Lamar Jackson has improved, man. You're seeing the improvement right here. Not even in just the throwing, but just being able to read defenses, being able to anticipate what the defenders are doing. Just full control of the offense and being able to make adjustments. You're seeing Lamar Jackson do that. That's what he did today. He has made some improvements, and that excites me as a Ravens fan. I can't wait to see what he's going to do throughout the season. But if he plays like this every game, we're going to be something special again this season, and we're going to have a chance to get back to the playoffs and compete. But that's far, far ahead from where we are right now. We are 1-0. Focus on the win, celebrate the win, and then tomorrow we'll focus on Houston. But Lamar Jackson, you are something special, man. The way you came out here and played, the way you were sharp, the way you were throwing the football, whether it was short, intermediate, or down the field, you were accurate. That throw he threw, that 47-yard bomb to Hollywood Brown, that was a perfect throw. Placement was perfect. The accuracy was perfect. Everything about that pass was perfect. You could just see he's made improvements. I loved what I saw from Lamar Jackson. Fantastic performance by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think he was 20 of 25. 265 passing yards. 3 touchdowns, no picks. Fantastic. What a way to start off the season. Next, let's get to Hollywood Brown. This guy, you can just tell he is so much better now than what he was last year. Of course, last year he was injured and he didn't get to go through training camp. He got to do that. He got to go through training camp. He got to go through his own off-season workout, change his body out, and he looks explosive. He was catching passes all over the field. It wasn't just deep routes. He was running all the routes. He was running the route tree today. And it shows he has improved in that. But not only that, His timing with him and Lamar, that has improved tremendously. They're on sync. He was great today. He didn't get a touchdown, though Lamar was looking for him. But, like, Hollywood Brown was explosive. Over 100 yards receiving today. He was nice. He's going to be great this season. I can't wait to see what he does moving forward. Next, we've got Mark Andrews. Picking up from where he was last year, Mark Andrews is still one of the best tight ends in the league. His chemistry with Lamar Jackson is unmatched. It is perfection, and you just saw it throughout this game. That one-handed catch for the first touchdown of the game, flawless. This man's got hands. He's looking in peak shape. He's ready to go. Him and Lamar Jackson's chemistry is perfect. I love it. I love what I'm seeing. Willie Snead, he caught a beautiful touchdown, man. That throw, by the way, that throw from Lamar to Willie Snead was on the money. It was perfect. The time was perfect. He read the defense perfectly. I love it. But Willie Snead's out there making plays. You love to see Willie Snead out there making plays. Now, as for the running game, Ingram and Gus, they didn't really get to do much. The focus of the run game today was J.K. Dobbins, the rookie. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. I think he's the first player in franchise history to get 2 rushing touchdowns in his opener. So already he's making impact. 2 rushing touchdowns. He's going to be something special. I love the fact that they gave him a lot of carries. They made him the majority back in this game, and he responded by getting in the end zone not once but twice. JK looks nice. Offensively, it was just fantastic. They did mess up on a couple plays here and there, but you expect that. You're not going to be perfect. It's week 1. But overall, they showed up. They were explosive. They carved that Browns defense apart, especially in the passing game. They just carved it apart. So fantastic job to the offense. Defensively, Marlon Humphrey. That interception he got on Baker Mayfield was something special. But it wouldn't have been set up if it wasn't for our newly picked up free agent, Calais Campbell. On back-to-back plays, he makes a move for the ball, swats down the ball, and then almost picks it off, but he actually ends up tipping it, which leads to Marlon Humphrey getting it. So both Humphrey and Calais Campbell made impacts in this game today. Not to mention the entire secondary shut down the receivers of the Browns. Yeah, here and there you got to see Odell make a catch or 2, although Odell was bad in this game. He kept dropping passes. And here and there you saw Landry make a catch or 2, but overall, that secondary shut down the pass game. Baker could not get anything down the field against these guys. So, secondary did well. Though, Chuck Clark, you should have had that second interception. You should have had that pick. The smartest defender, he's the smartest player on the field, but he's got questionable hands. That's tough. But yeah, he's got to get that, He's got to get that interception, but still, overall, he had a pretty solid game. Tavon Young had a really solid game, though David Njoku, he got that huge catch on them. But that was perfect defense from Tavon Young. There's not much you can do there. But he played well. Overall, that secondary played well. That front 7, early on, they were giving up big runs to Chubb and Kareem Hunt. But once they settled down and got in the rhythm, they shut down the run game. Hunt couldn't get anything. I think he eventually fumbled. And then Nick Chubb, he couldn't get anything, and he ended up fumbling as well. Speaking of that, the player of the game for defense, for me personally, first round pick rookie Patrick Queen. He got his first sack, and he got a strip fumble on Chubb. He made impacts immediately in this game. I loved what I saw from Patrick Queen in this game. He was out there making impact, getting his first sack, stripping that ball from Nick Chubb, who doesn't really fumble. He's not a man who's known to fumble. He doesn't really fumble, but Patrick Queen just stripped it out of his hands. The strength on Patrick Queen. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love what I saw offensively. I love what I saw defensively. We did have a couple penalties here and there that did hurt us, especially on Humphrey, but here and there you can clean it up. For the most part, we played a clean game. We just had a few mistakes here and there. But even with those mistakes, our defense did not break. We were giving them penalty yards to move up the field in the second half, and they still couldn't find the end zone. What can you do? That defense locked up the Cleveland offense. Just beautiful job all around. And of course, special teams, obviously Tucker's going to be perfect no matter what situation you put him in. He hits his only field goal of the game. He was perfect. And in terms of the return game, I saw some nice runs from Devin Duvernay, but the best run I saw was from James Prochet, so he may end up taking that job. He really did good to start off his kick return game. So I like what I'm seeing. Plus, we got to see quick play from Devin Duvernay early in the game, which is something I like. We did not have the quick pass in our utility last season. We were not doing that. It's in our utility now. And a guy like Devin Duvernay will certainly be able to help our offense get explosive plays. The speed he has on those quick passes, man, he's going to make an impact. He showed it early in this game. Obviously, it's going to take time before he can get more of his touches and get involved in the offense, obviously with our veterans, but he's going to make an impact. He's going to have a role in our offense, so I can't wait to see what he does. And overall, you got to love what you saw from the offensive line, and you got to love what you saw from the defensive front. They held up for the most part. The defensive front, they got to Baker a few times, pressured him, and made some great plays. Bowser even got a sack on Baker. They did great. And our offensive line, we did relatively well protecting Lamar Jackson and giving him time to throw the ball down the field and make plays. There were a couple breakdowns, but for the most part, they did hold up. Though Stanley did get injured in this game, so that's something to be worried. But I hope he's going to be fine. But yeah, nothing more I can say here. Fantastic job by Lamar in the offense. Fantastic job by the defense. Fantastic job by the special teams. They dominated the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland couldn't get anything done. Odell looked terrible. Landry couldn't get much going because, there weren't a lot of looks going his way. And when they were getting shut down. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, they got it going early on, but then they got shut down by that Ravens defensive front. And Baker Mayfield, for the most part, he either didn't have time to throw the ball, he was getting pressured, or he just made a bad read and threw the ball out of bounds. It just wasn't a comfortable game for Baker, and there was not much he could do. So you got to give credit to that Ravens defense. They played fantastic. They made it hard for Baker Mayfield, and he couldn't do anything. They got that touchdown early in the first half, and they couldn't get anything going on offense because that Ravens defense shut them down. What a way to start. I'm so glad Ravens football is back. They start off the season perfectly, winning, dominating as usual. I love what I'm seeing from the team. I love what I'm seeing from the offense. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the defense. And the special teams is being great as usual. I think that's all I got for this week 1 recap. Because I got to go watch that Bucks Saints game. It's going to be nice. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm looking forward to next week. We'll see what happens with the Texans. But, right now, today, let's celebrate this win. Let's enjoy it. And then tomorrow, we'll move our focus onto Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. Fantastic job for the Ravens. We still got work to do. Tomorrow, we'll be 0-0, looking to be 1-0 at the end of the week. We'll see how that goes. You take it one game at a time. That's all I got, Ravens flock, and I'm out of here. Peace.